Hi everyone, this is Lynn with Handmade Creations by Lynn, aka Passion Writer 70, and I am here to show you the projects that I will be doing in my first Ustream class that is scheduled for April 30th at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. That is on a Saturday. And hopefully that's a good time for those who wants to join my class. If it isn't, just know that I'm recording it and I will it will be available to you. Okay. First of all, what I'm going to do is just go over the supply list with you, and this will be up on my blog over at Handmade Creations by Lynn .blogspot.com, and there will be a supply list there for you, and I will try to have it all up before I put this video up. Okay, first of all, here's your options. Okay, let me just real quickly. This is the roll of metal that is used. It comes in 10-foot rolls by 10 inches wide, and I bought it over at the Home Depot store over in the I guess where the ductwork is for air conditioning and whatever, this, you know, the sheet metals and stuff that is used for ductwork. In my particular store, if you go in at the front, it would be all the way to the right side of the store on the wall. That's where mine's located, and it's in between the first section and the second section of the store, and that's the way my store is set up at one of our stores. Let me see, I'm thinking that the lumber is, maybe the lumber's not over there, I don't know. Anyway, just look for the sheet metal galvanized. Let me see if I can see what this is called. I think I have it right here. Gibelator Building Products. That's all I got on here. I cut the rest of it off. I'm sorry. Oh well. I can put in the description of this video so that you can you'll have it there, and also on the website at my blog. You can just go in there in Home Depot and purchase your own supplies if you want to do it that way. I think that roll of metal costs around $11, $12, something like that. And then I have these upright cutters so that you don't hurt yourself. It helps cut it easy, where you don't have to wrestle with the metal. The handles don't get in the way of cutting the metal in between, like, you know, scissors. These were $20 for those, just to give you an idea of what your expenses will be if you go and purchase the stuff yourself. Now, I did also buy a package of the kind where you actually, these work like scissors. However, keep in mind that your hands will be around that metal, and if you don't have some kind of glove or something to help protect your hands, you will definitely could possibly get hurt cutting it. So if you do decide to do this, these were $10. I actually got a set of 3 different angles. This is a right angle, then there's a left angle, and a straight angle that I purchased in a package that only costed me $10. So if you do choose to just go this route, please make sure that you are very careful when cutting that metal, because it will hurt you. and you need to wear some kind of gloves to protect your hand. Okay. Let me see. Also, you will need magnets, these very strong magnets. I just picked these. You can get them at Walmart, or I think you can get these kind at Walmart. AC Moore, I'm sure Michael's probably carries them. Any craft store should have them. They're very strong magnets. I got this package from AC Moore. It was a small package because I didn't have a coupon that day, and I needed to pick up some. I think they were about $2 for a package of 8. So just to give you an idea. I mean, they have the bigger packages too, like with 50 in it, that costs a lot more. But if you have a 50% coupon, you know, that's great. If you need that many magnets, that is. So just to let you know about that, you're going to need magnets. Also, if you're going to use fabric, let me show you what I'm talking about real quick. Oops. For this, for using fabric to cover your picture frames, you would definitely need this. Okay, this is terrifically tacky tape sheets. You get 2 sheets for 6 inches by 8 inches, and there's 2. If you're going to use fabric, I recommend these because this right here will cure and you can use it for paper or whatever. That's totally up to you. It works outstanding on metal, fabric, wood, whatever. It's really good stuff. And it cures in 24 hours, so it sets. In 24 hours, you shouldn't have no problem with anything hurting it. Now, when I made this, I also lined the edges with this because this was the first time I used the terrifically tacky tape, I believe. No, it was not. I used on 2 frames. But before, I figured, okay, I could do it this way instead of just this way. I used my 1/2 inch to fill in the gap for where this didn't cover, because, you know, this is a little wider than this is. That's supposed to be 6 inches. That should have covered just fine. I don't know what happened. I don't know why I did that. Oh, it was a piece left. That's what it was. It was a piece left from when I made this frame. I'm sorry, I'm going to remember here. And I had to fill in the edges for this because, you know, it wasn't wide enough. But I could have done it this way, just ran it that way all the way down, and it would have been just fine. So that's just a learning experience while I'm doing it. I did that. I learned from my mistakes, so now you don't have to learn from my mistakes. You can just do it right the first time. But anyhow, if you use fabric, you're definitely going to need, excuse me. Okay, if you use fabric, you're definitely going to need the terrifically tacky tape. I don't recommend using glue at all with the fabric because it will come through. This is the first one that I did, and as you can see, there's little, I mean, it's okay if you just stress it and you can kind of cover it, but you can see where it kind of bled through a little bit on my fabrics. And this is a thicker fabric. This is more of a twill denim type fabric here on this one. And I did use metal tape. I'm sorry, metal glue for this particular frame. But metal glue is like $6 for a little tiny tube. Probably not even 2 ounces of glue. And to me, that is very costly. But it was the first time I did it, and that's when I was experimenting and trying to figure out which was the best route to go. The other alternatives for when you're working with paper is the rubber cement. Basically what you do with this is you put it on the surface, and then you put it on the back of the paper, then you stick it down. Now, to be honest with you, this is not my preference. This is not my preference for the metal. It has its negatives and its positives. I just don't feel like this is a glue that is going to withstand with time, I should say. However, so I don't use this on my frame, my metal parts. However, I do use it for, oh, I hope I've been in the frame. Oh Lord, please don't make me have to do this again. Oh, jeepers. Okay, I haven't even been looking at my screen on my computer. That's real smart. Okay, but what I do use it for is adhering I do these cutouts for this particular frame, this frame that I'm doing. I'm going to leave it like a blank canvas. And whenever I'm finished with the cutouts, I will put them on the back of the frame, because you can stick it on the front or the back because it's metal. And the magnets adhere to the back as well as the front. And what I'm doing with that particular frame, I cut out a bunch of different designs out of paper, and I put them on chipboard. And what you do is you use this glue, you put it on the chipboard, and then you put it on the back of your cutout that you're doing, and then you just let it set for a little bit, like 30 seconds to whatever. It dries pretty fast. Excuse me, but you don't want it to dry all the way. And then I just hear it down, and I burnish it so that there's no air bubbles and whatever. The great thing about using this glue with your papers and stuff is because when you're done, any glue that gets on your paper, it doesn't damage your paper, and you just take and rub it. And I don't know if you can see this, but there's some on the chipboard right there, and all I have to do is just rub. It just rubs right off just by doing that. You see? So it works great, and it doesn't mess up your project. So if you're planning on working with paper for your embellishments, make sure that you grab you a bottle of this. It costs around $2.50. I got mine at Walmart. And when I'm done with this, I have one that I've already finished cut out, but I'm going to put some glossy accent on it, and then put magnets on all of the pieces that I'm selling with this frame. And what I'm going to do is whatever, they can decorate their picture with these embellishments any way that they desire to. And what they don't want, they can just stick on the back of the frame. And they can use, when they change out pictures, they can change out the embellishments of how they want it to be displayed. And that one, this particular frame isn't going to be a permanent frame. Now this frame, I will have a couple of magnets for this frame, and I think I got sidetracked from showing you what you need for the product. This right here has different embellishments that I've made from paper that I cut out and inked it up around the edges and stuck it on some chipboard and put glossy accent on it. I don't know if you can see it real good. There you go. And what I've done is I've pretty much just done a bunch of different ones. Some of them I'm going to put on pop dots on that particular frame that's sitting here, and you know, like this, for example. once I get it laid out, then there will be a couple that's like on magnets. This says incredible, wonderful you, and one of a kind, one in a million, original, true, genuine article, stuff like that. And you know, so that'll be decorated when I'm done with it. And the way I did this frame, I used the tack it over and over again, the tack it over and over by Leans. This stuff right here, when it bonds, it bonds. It is like, well, on some stuff it will, and then some stuff you can pull it off of if it's a waxy surface, like well, it'll stick to plastic, let me tell you that. I made me some little pop dots that I was going to make, you know, the homemade kind, and it did not, I could not use them because it stuck so well to those things, I couldn't get them off. But, so it definitely sticks to acrylic and holds it very good. What I did, though, with this particular frame and this frame, I made a couple of mistakes. I didn't put it as smoothly, so you can see how that happened. So this one I did, and it you can't even tell. I mean, it worked out perfect. But what I did is I kind of have a little angle on my tip. Well, it's not much of an angle, but it, you know, it works. And I just go around the edges all the way around, and then I just I smooth it out as I'm coloring it in. It doesn't take a whole lot for that paper to stick, let me tell you. But I will show you all that stuff in class, but you can choose from this video that I'm doing what kind of adhesive that you want to use depending on the type of product that you're going to use, and whether you're going with fabric or paper or whatever. Now, this right here, I just used brown fabric and Webster's lace. And this is my medium frame, and like I said, this is a handmade flower I did. This is the large frame. And my large frame, I chose to use the green stack, and I have the chipboard box that I purchased with it, and I put glossy accent on the nose, eyes, and the teeth of the chipmunk, and just to dress it up. And I put a magnet on the back, and I put two magnets with this one just because it's a bigger frame and it's just so stinking cute. The owl's eyes I put glossy accent on, and the leaves of the branch that it's standing on. That's a picture of my nephew. He races. I know this particular picture doesn't go with this, but I just wanted to demo the size of the picture for you to see the dimensions. This is a 4x6 picture. And but when you make your own frame, you can do your own mat ever how you want to do it. This right here is a punch from Martha Stewart. That's a branch leaf punch. I just punched out a bunch and stuck them around and put glossy accent on them. And this is some more chipboard pieces out of my collection for this green stack. It says Force of Nature. I thought that was so cute. I went with Force of Nature just because, well, it's a nature scene, and well, it reminds me of a child frame. So and it's just funny. I showed this to my daughter. She's 18 years old, by the way, and she said, "Force of Nature, yeah." So it meet her expectations anyway. But I just basically, because the letters had blended too well with my background, and I just took some gold metallic paint and went around the letters and just accented it and put some little dots on my brown scallops up there, and you know, just to add that little special touch to it so that it didn't look so plain. And this is scallop punch from a Frisker punch that I have. So the supplies that you need for that would be the you know, the same thing as everything else. If you want to purchase the metal instead of if you want to purchase it from me instead of going and buying the supplies yourself, then by all means just let me know. And the prices for this, for the small one, is $2.50. It measures finished. It will measure 6 inches wide by 8 inches high, and it sells for $2.50. And the measurements for my medium frame is 7.5 inches wide by 8 inches high, and that's finished. That's after the, you know, this is turned under as for the stand, so you know, from that point is 8 inches, and it will be $3 each. And the large frame is going to be $3.50. It measures at 9 3/8 inches wide by 8 and 5 inches high. So if you want to purchase any of those, the only thing that you will need to do is to have a ruler or something with a straight edge that is sturdy, that you know, you can just set this down and line it up to it, because I already have that marked for you. And then all you have to do is, you know, just like I demonstrated earlier. I think I showed you how earlier. But in the class I will show you, and if you're not able to be at the class, I will be recording it, so it will be available for you to watch at your convenience. Alright, I think I've pretty much covered it. I made this, let me just show you real quick. I didn't have an embellishment to go with this, and anything I came up with I just wasn't happy with, so I stamped and colored a bib that says baby, and I was going to put this on there for the, you know, part of the, to hold the picture on. Only I don't like it. So if y'all have any suggestions for me, I am all ears. Let me see. I covered everything. I think I did. I think I covered everything. All the supplies. This is the Martha Stewart punch that I used for the leaves. And I believe my Joann's has the green stack available if that's something you want to do. Then, you know, they have it available at my store, so more than likely they might have it available at your store, but if they don't, just let me know if that's something you would like to have. I'd be glad to pick it up for you. Just let me know. And just want to make sure I didn't, I think I told you about the magnets. This is, I don't know if I showed you this, but this is the package I bought. It came in an 8-piece for like $2 without a coupon. Okay. Alright, so I guess you figure up what you need for your embellishments, and whether you want to go with fabric or paper, and let me know. More than likely I'll probably do both a fabric frame and a paper frame at the class. I think that I can do that. I think that it shouldn't be a problem. However, if a frame takes me longer than it should, because I've never done this before, so I'm really not sure, you know, how the Ustream class will go. And if it takes me too long to do one frame, I'll just do a part 2 on another day, the following week, which will be convenient for whatever day that is that y'all choose at that class. Okay, so with that being said, I think I can wrap it up now. Hopefully it'll be all good and I haven't forgotten anything. If I do, just check my blog out at handmadecreationsbylynn.blogspot.com, and you should be able to find the list there. By the time this video goes up, I will have that list on my blog and the supplies, and also I'll have pictures for close-up views for the frames that I've done already, my finished frames, so, which really is only 2, by the way. I know I have all these frames here, but I'm not finished with the embellishments. Just like this one, I still got to do the glass pebble for this one. So I might have a frame up there. I might have this in the picture, but we'll see. And I might just go ahead and stick a magnet on there and take a picture, just so I can put that on there for examples for y'all. And hopefully it'll help. If you got any questions, please let me know. I will be happy to answer any questions you have. And hopefully, you know, if you can't get your hand on this, because I don't see these in the stores. I mean, I don't know. It's a ProvoCraft product, and you know, so if you can't get them, let me know. I'll be happy to, you know, sell you these. I'll sell them for like $3 a piece. I think they sell for like $3.50 or a little more. I'm not really sure. I know at least about $3.50. So I'll give you at least, let's just say 20% off of that, because my sister sells them at her store for 20% off of the retail price. Okay, so if you need those, let me know as soon as possible so that I can get that ordered for you if they're not available where you live. Alright, and y'all have a great and blessed week, what's left of it, or tomorrow actually will be Friday, good gracious. And hopefully I'll hear from you soon. Y'all have a good one. Bye.